I'm Kendra Cook, your host for the DCTV News at Noon program out of Dove Creek, Colorado. The Dolores County Broadcasting Network is the producer of DCTV with support from the Southwest Colorado TV Translator Association, which is the special district association responsible for bringing the area free to access TV stations over the air by antenna. This is a community TV station. If there is a news story or event information you'd like to share, you can call us at 970-677-4119. If you're a business or organization, we welcome you to find out about sponsorship opportunities for banners or video segments run on the channel. This is the Tuesday program, which is aired at noon, 2 and 6 p.m. It's also available on demand online on both our YouTube channel and our DCTV News at Noon Facebook page. This is the program for February 4th, 2020, DCTV's News at Noon. The Journal reported on this year's Ed Moreland Award recipient, none other than Dolores County's very own Dan Fernandez. Dan Fernandez, Dolores County resident and retired CSU extension agent, has been awarded the Ed Moreland Economic Development Leader of the Year by the Region 9 Economic Development District Board of Directors. Fernandez was recognized at Region 9's board meeting on January 30th. He was honored for his volunteer involvement to improve his local, regional, and state communities. Fernandez has served on the board of directors for Region 9 for 29 years, 8 years as chairman. He also serves on the Montezuma Water Company, the Montezuma Land Conservancy, and remains on the Dolores County Development Corporation, or DCDC board. Interim Town of Dolores manager and previous awardee Ken Charles presented the honors. Previous winners include Joe Keck, Emily Meissner, John Walgamot, Leonard Birch, and Ken Charles. For more information on the regional organization called Region 9, contact them at 970-247-9621. Dan Fernandez was the leader on the project to establish this local broadcasting TV station in the late 1990s here in Dove Creek, and has been instrumental in continuing its development and maintenance over the years. The DCTV News at Noon program was his initiation in conjunction with the Southwest TV Translator Association to bring more local information and communications to our area. And from the Colorado Sun with a photo, Andy Caldwell. Colorado is taking action to try to give more legal marijuana businesses in the state access to banking, as a congressional effort to knock down the federal barriers has stalled. There are already a handful of banks in Colorado working with marijuana businesses, including Partner Colorado Credit Union in Arvada, where Governor Jared Polis on Monday unveiled a roadmap to increase the number of financial institutions offering their services to the cannabis industry by 20% in the coming months. But many more banks won't work with cannabis businesses because of the potential regulatory and criminal consequences, since pot is still illegal under federal law. That has left many marijuana companies without access to everything from checking accounts to loans. Quote, "We have an obligation to do what we can with the tools that we have while we work on this federal fix," Polis said. Polis is ordering his administration to identify opportunities for state legislative and regulatory clarity for state chartered financial institutions, state licensed money transmitters, and state regulated insurance companies. The idea is to create a path for more bank cannabis businesses relationships by ensuring financial institutions know Colorado has their backs if they decide to take the risk. Colorado Treasurer Dave Young, Colorado Department of Regulatory Affairs Executive Director Patty Salazar, and U.S. Representative Ed Perlmutter, Democrat from Arvada, are working with Polis on the effort. Quote, "This just reiterates our commitment," Salazar said. The state says it cannot disclose how many financial institutions are offering their services to marijuana businesses, but the Colorado Bankers Association told the Colorado Sun last year that it may be as many as 35. The limited number of banks that do work with marijuana businesses are only willing to take on a small number of clients, and their fees are high because of the regulatory burden. Banks that do work with marijuana companies in Colorado often make them sign non-disclosure agreements to avoid scrutiny. Financial institutions are able to remain in regulatory compliance, albeit gingerly, under guidance provided in 2014 by the U.S. Treasury Department's Financial Crimes and Enforcement Network, but federal prosecutors could still intervene. Partner Colorado Credit Union President and CEO Sunday Seafried lauded the roadmap as another positive step towards ensuring the cannabis industry has the banking access it needs. Safe Harbor, the division of Partner Colorado Credit Union that handles marijuana businesses' accounts, has been growing rapidly, a sign that there is demand for pot financial services. Quote, Safe Harbor is now banking in excess of $200 million a month of cannabis-related funds, and that money only continues to grow, Seyfried said. Meanwhile, there continues to be a push for a federal overhaul that would make efforts like the one announced Monday by Polis unnecessary. The Safe Banking Act, SAFE, which cleared the U.S. House last year with bipartisan support and is being spearheaded by Perlmutter, would shield banks and credit unions from prosecution for handling legal pot money. It's now awaiting debate in the Senate, where Colorado's Republican U.S. Senator Cory Gardner is championing the bill. The Safe Bank Act has been in the works in Congress since 2013. And now the cold, icy drifting impacts report updated from the Durango Herald. Yes, that chain and traction laws went into effect Monday for Coal Bank, Molas, and Red Mountain passes for the snowstorm hitting the high country of southwest Colorado. According to the Colorado Department of Transportation, chain or alternative traction devices are required for all commercial vehicles, including buses and vans with a capacity for 16 or more people. Passenger vehicles are required to have snow or mud snow tires, use chains or alternative traction devices, or have a four-wheel drive / all-wheel drive vehicle. The National Weather Service issued a winter weather advisory until 6 p.m. tonight, Tuesday, for towns including Silverton, Hesperus, Rico, Ouray, Telluride, and Lake City. During this time, up to 8 inches is expected to fall. Locally, higher amounts may accumulate above the timberline. The wind gusts could reach as high as 60 miles an hour in elevations above 10,000 feet. That's a lot of drifting. Travel will be very difficult at times, with patches blowing snow significantly reducing visibility, especially in open areas, the NWS said. Expect all mountain passes to be affected with occasional whiteout conditions due to the combination of gusty winds and snowfall. The latest road conditions can be found by calling 511, the NWS said. Snow started falling in the high country on Monday morning with the arrival of a strong cold front. For the remainder of the week, snow will continue mainly in the mountains. So now let's take a look at what the weather may have in store for us for the rest of our week here in Dove Creek. Today, sunny with a high near just 20 degrees. The north-northwest winds around 15 miles an hour will provide icy patches on the roads already, and those drifts continue to skiff snow onto roads' surfaces, making travel also a concern, so check before you go. Tonight, mostly clear with a bitter cold, low around 4 degrees. With the wind chills feeling less than that, with our north wind around 10 miles an hour. So bundle up tonight and keep everybody inside if you can. Wednesday, it will be sunny and not much better with a high near just 23 degrees. The wind chill values as low as minus 10 degrees as the north wind continues to blow and dry out our surface moistures at 5 to 15 miles an hour. Wednesday night, partly cloudy with a low around 11. North-northeast winds 5 to 10 miles an hour continue to be brutal. Then for Thursday, partly sunny with a high near 35 degrees. North-northeast winds continue at 5 to 10 miles an hour. They shift to the northwest in the afternoon. And Thursday winds could gust as high as 20 miles an hour. So really be careful out there for your face and your fingers and your hands. They can get really cold very quickly with this wind factoring in. Thursday night, mostly cloudy and a low around 23 degrees. And then we finally warm back up a bit for Friday, mostly sunny and a high near 42 degrees. Friday night, mostly clear and a low around 23. Saturday, sunny and a high near 44. Saturday night, partly cloudy and a low around 26. And again, not too bad for Sunday, partly sunny with a high near 45 degrees. Sunday night, mostly cloudy and a low around 27. So now next Monday is looking like the next chance for another snow shower event. We'll know more as the week progresses. Bundle up, keep safe, and keep warm. And now back to the news. From the Journal, photo Jane Phillips, the New Mexican. Flags on the Navajo Nation were lowered Monday to honor a revered Navajo code talker who died in New Mexico last week. Navajo Nation President Jonathan Nez said in a statement that all flags will fly at half-staff as a tribute to Joe Vandever Sr. through Thursday. Vandever died on Friday of health complications in Haystack. According to his family, he was 96 years old. Vandever was among hundreds of Navajos who served in the U.S. Marine Corps during World War II, transmitting messages using a code based on the Navajo language. The code, developed by an original group of 29 Navajos, was used to confound Japanese forces. It was never broken. Vandever enlisted in the Marines in Santa Fe in March of 1943 and was honorably discharged in January 1946. He worked multiple jobs after the war, including for an oil company and as a mining prospector, and stressed the importance of the Navajo language. He also was a medicine man. Vandever's death leaves less than a handful of Navajo code talkers still alive. A funeral service is scheduled for Wednesday, but a location is still being determined, and he will be buried Thursday at the Santa Fe National Cemetery. The Journal reports on the Dolores River Fest, getting things ready for this summer. The new producer for the 2020 Dolores River Fest is seeking help from the public about ideas on potential bands brought in to perform. Susan Lysak, who's the chamber officer, will organize this year's popular musical festival, which is scheduled for June 6th at Joe Rowell Park. The event, in its 17th year, is sponsored by Greater Dolores Action, a local nonprofit. Quote, "I want to focus more on local bands and bring back classic events," Lysak said. The popular river hooligan race and canine fetch contest will return, she said. Participants in the hooligan race launch homemade rafts and race them down the Dolores River through town. The dog fetch contest will also be brought back for fan entertainment. In past years, dogs leapt into the calm currents of the river at the park to fetch items. Also new this year will be the VIP tent. A limited amount of tickets will be sold and offer backstage access to mingle with the bands and enjoy catered food and drinks. The festival will have 2 stages, with live music alternating between both. That way, the entire day is filled with non-stop live music and dancing. Lysak said the general plan is to start the day with bluegrass and gospel, and then world music, then rock and roll. "We're looking for bands with a good stage presence, can get the crowd moving and have a good beat," she said. "We're asking the public to help us decide on what to play so the community feels more involved." To make suggestions, go to DoloresRiverFest.org and fill out the form there, or you can email her at producer@DoloresRiverFest.org. And today's High Canyon Country happenings. The town of Dove Creek is holding their monthly workshop meeting. It's this Thursday, February 6th, starting at 6:30 p.m. at the town office. Don't forget that they have a new website. You can pay your water and sewer bills on there, add to your water dock balance, and find out about what's happening with the town. There are 4 positions open for this April's board elections. You have to be a resident in town, and there are some other details. Be sure to vote and participate as much as you can to help make the town great. February 9th, there's an interesting new event in Cortez. The Cortez Sustainable Gardening and Farming Co-op is hosting a fermentation and recipe exchange at Lounging Lizard. This gathering is open to anyone and everyone. Fermentation is one way to preserve fruits and veggies that requires no electricity or special equipment. It can also enhance gut health by making nutrients more available and through the creation of beneficial bacteria. Plus, it's fun and tasty. And if you have them, please bring your own ferments to share. These might include kombucha sokbis, sourdough starter, water kefir grains or milk kefir grains, ginger bugs for making ginger ale or ginger beer, vinegar mothers, yogurt, and more. Or maybe you have some recipes you'd like to share, like for making kimchi, sauerkraut, dilly beans and carrots, or tempeh or spicy veggies. Or maybe you make dandelion wine or pine needle soda. Never had that. Get together and share recipes, tips, tricks, and ferment starters. We can expand our knowledge and food preservation options while getting to know members of our community, a great way to meet new friends or catch up with old ones, and to build a network of fellow food growers and food eaters to call upon when you have a question. That runs from 1 to 3 p.m. next Sunday in Cortez. February 7th, searching for vendors for their Valentine's Craft Show, which starts at Friday at 11 a.m. Do you know of a vendor for their 3rd annual Valentine's Craft Show? Please contact them directly. There are still a few spots available. The dates are February 7th and 8th, running from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Southern Bluff Club House. You can call Dev at 970-529-6457 for more details. And I post up all of these High Canyon Country happenings on our Facebook page, which is DCTV News at Noon, where you can also watch the program replay along with news links and stories of local interest. And you too can share other events or news there and join in on the conversation. Again, this is your local community TV station, so if you have something you'd like to share, contact us. The email is dcbnnews@gmail.com, or you can call the station at 970-677-4119. Thanks for tuning in to the News at Noon program. Our programs are broadcast Monday through Friday with replays online on our YouTube channel or DCTV News at Noon on Facebook. If you like the program, please like and follow us on Facebook and share it with your friends and family. This has been a production of DCTV for the News at Noon program out of Dove Creek, Colorado, USA. I'm Kendra Cook. Again, thank you for watching.